Welcome back to our NHL 19 franchise mode, where we have expanded the league to 32 teams and brought back the Quebec City Nordiques. We're currently halfway through year number 3, and we're going to, in this video, push to the end of the year and try to make the playoffs. It's going to be a race for that wild card spot, and we're going to hopefully try to get it. Now, as usual, I will be cutting out most of the micromanaging, the changes of lines when we have injuries, or the scouting. We do all of our own scouting by hand. We don't leave that up to the computer, so that when draft day comes around, we have the best options available to us. So, that means we're going to try to power through this as quickly as we can. All right, let's get right to it. Get in here and start moving. 41 games played, 2017-4. The exact same record as Calgary, as we're going to go up against them on this evening. We're just going to go ahead and push. Our next stopping point isn't until the 18th. There's an overtime loss. We really need to get some wins going here. There we go. There's a win. Win against Buffalo. All right, here we go. Another game against Colorado coming up. There we go. Let's just keep going. We're stopping on the 18th for a scout. It's going to keep on pushing. 3 games in a row. 3-game winning streak. Looking good. Looks like the team may have hit their stride here. Get in here and take care of a scout real fast. Be right back. All right, scouting's all taken care of. We're done with scouting until the 26th. We're going to go ahead and jump down here to the other menu. It'll be quicker. Go ahead and just sim up to the 26th. There we go. It's just over a week away. See if we can keep this team moving in the right direction. Skip that. There we go. Another win. Another scout. Be right back. All right. Scouting's done there. 29th is our next stopping point. Let's go ahead and just advance some days. Nice big long break there. Let people get some rest back. All right. Come back after a rest with a win. That's a good one. Get down here. Jump right into the scouting. Be right back. Okay, scout's done. Next stop, not until the February 4th. A few days. Yeah, we can skim from this. We'll sim from this screen. That's fine. We got 3 games to play in that time period. It's going to push, push, push. Trying to get more wins. It's all about more wins. More wins and we're getting losses. Let's go, boys. Got to find ways to put the puck in the net, that's for sure. 2 games. Nice. All right, we got that overtime win there. Whew. I was going to say, there's going to be 3 games in a row where we only scored 1 goal. That's not good enough. We need to score goals. Another overtime win. Back-to-back overtime wins. Tight, close games. Yeah, that's the thing, is our games are super close. All right, scout time. Be right back. Okay, next stopping point is going to be on the 15th. So we got some time here. Let's go ahead and get down to the calendar mode. We're to the point now where we're not having as many scouts as often, so we can do a little bit more calendar mode. 15th is right here. Getting close to that trade deadline. We're going to have to take a look at things, see if we want to make any trades. Try to make a push, final push to try to make the wild card spot. We're going to need to win some games to make that happen, though. So far, 2 losses in a row. There's a win. Need to see if we can beat Chicago here. I'd like to be beating East Conference teams, but let's see, we got a bunch of Eastern Conference teams coming up, actually. Nice push right here. We've got 6 games in a row where we're going to have some Eastern Conference teams right before the trade deadline. So that's interesting. Currently just outside the wild card, it looks like. Yeah, 2 points outside the wild card. All right, let's take care of a scout, and we will figure out what we want to do next. All right, after taking care of this scout, I took a look at the situation with our lines, and I wasn't happy with what I saw. Palat, Duchesne, Kaprizov, all at minus a ton. I'll show you that real quick here. His stats for the year, minus 14 for him. He's just not playing well down there on that first line with Duchesne and Kaprizov. So I'm going to move Hughes up, because Hughes is now a second-line forward as well. All right, in doing so, I need to get rid of Palat here and see if we can potentially bring in somebody that can fill in a lower slot and move some people up. And I think that might be Colton Sissons. Colton Sissons is having a good year. only played 56 games so far. He's a third-line scoring forward, potentially. It's probably more like a fourth-liner, which is fine. I don't mind that. And if his defensive stats are anywhere close to what they say they are, which they shouldn't be too far off, I think that'll be fine for what we're looking for. He's got great poise as we head towards the playoffs. That'll be really good. And his acceleration there at 85 means his speed's probably close to that anyway. So I'm okay with this player. We're trying to get a second round out of the Colorado Avalanche here and see if that'll go through. So that is the opportunity we're looking at. Let's see if they go for it. They accepted it. Perfect. Okay. So we'll go in and change those lines up real quick, and I will be right back. Okay, trade is done, and we've made the changes we're going to make to our lineups. We're going to move Hughes from the second line center position up to the first line wing position. He's going to play with Kaprizov and Duchesne. We're going to hope to see that get going here. We'll find out if that works. Johansson's going to play with Paling. We're going to move him up from the third line, and he's going to play with Silverberg and Johansson. And then Denisenko and Wallstrom are going to play with Sissons, while we're going to leave the fourth line as is with Tuft, Forsback, Carlson, and Lazar. And the reason is they're playing fairly well down there. So that's what we're going to do. On special teams, we're going to add, let's see, what did we do? We put Hughes up here, and we're adding Paling down here with Silverberg and Johansson on 5-on-4. On 4-on-3, we're going to go ahead and put Kaprizov in and Silverberg in on the sides, on the wings. Penalty kill, we're going to put Sissons on that top line penalty kill, along the same line there in the three-man penalty kill. So hopefully they'll be able to withstand all of that extras. We had to make some changes here. We put Kaprizov, Silverberg in on the wings with Hughes and Duchesne, and then we put Paling and Johansson together. So the top two lines are going to play the entire 4-on-4 area. And that'll leave us 3-on-3s. We got Duchesne and Kaprizov, Hughes and Silverberg, and Paling and Johansson. And then for the extra attackers, not that, a shootout, we had to fill in one last slot. We're going to throw Silverberg in there on the shootout and see if that helps out. We moved everybody up. I believe there was a hole somewhere in here that we had to fill. So that is the situation. All right. Let's get all the way down here to the main menu and get back to it. There we go. That trade is done. Trade is done about, I would say 2 weeks before the trade deadline, but we absolutely have to start winning some of these games, and I'm hoping that these changes will help us do that. These next 6 games are big. These are all against Eastern Conference teams. And so if we can get some wins here, we can get ourselves in a much better position to be in the wild card hunt. Right now, we are 2 games out of the wild card. The Blue Jackets and New York Islanders both hold the wild card currently. The Flyers are fighting for a spot. And then the Devils are just in on the third slot, the third place spot, the guaranteed slot. They're in the Metro. So a lot of Metro teams that we're going to face here in the next couple games. We've got 4 games, I think it's 4 or 5 games in a row here that we have to play against Eastern Conference teams, and 3 of them are in the Metro. And over here, we've got, pardon me, over here we've got, so I think we moved Detroit, did we? Yeah, we moved Detroit over to the West, so we don't have to worry about so much. We don't have to worry about Detroit as much, but getting a win against Detroit would be good just to give us those points. Right now, we are fighting with the Canadiens and the Bruins trying to get that third place spot. And if we can get some wins here, we could take that third place spot over and just kind of go with it. All right, we've taken care of all of that. Our next stopping point is the 19th, so let's get through these next 3 games and see how it goes. Hopefully these line changes worked, and we'll just have to see. All right, here we go. There's a win. All right. It's going to keep pushing here against Detroit this time. All right, we get a point. That's fine. We need a win here against Islanders. Come on, we need this win. Yes. All right, so we're at the 19th. I'm going to take care of a scout. I will be right back. We'll wrap up the rest of this Eastern Conference push. All right, scout's done. Next scout is the next day here, but that's all right. We're just going to go ahead and advance. I'll take care of that. I'll come back, and then again, we were going to make a good push here. The next 3 games against Eastern Conference teams, again, teams that we want to see ourselves do well against, right? So if we take a look, Tampa is the top of our division. Florida, it's we're kind of trying to distance ourselves if we can. So if we can get a win against Tampa, that would be really good to really solidify ourselves up there. And another win against Florida would really kind of lock that in. So we'll have to see how that goes. Philadelphia right now in that wild card spot, same point total as us. So yeah, these are games we really want to win. Let me get in here and take care of the scout. Okay, next stopping point is going to be the 24th when we bring in scout for the U.S. Central. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and push to the 24th by going through these next couple games. All right, come on, boys. Fredericton player Cam York has been injured with an injured knee. He's out until the 27th. Let me get that taken care of. All right, we got that win, and then we've got one game, 2 more days to sim through. All right, so the loss against Tampa sucks, but the win against Philadelphia is good. And then let's take care of this scout. We'll come back and see if we can get this win against Florida. Okay, next stopping point, 28th. I got 2 scouts to deal with on the 28th. That'll be right before the trade deadline. Let's go. One more game here against an Eastern Conference team. Let's get this win against Florida. Come on, boys. He's available to play. All right, let's go ahead and take care of that. All right, nice. Big win. Okay, so that puts us in a real nice spot. As you can see, we are in 2nd place right now. It's a tight race for the 2nd through 3rd spots there. 2nd, 3rd wild card spots are all pretty close. Wild card currently is sitting at 69 points. We are at 71. We're 2 points above the wild card in 2nd place right now in our division. So we cannot rest on our laurels. We have to continue to play well. Honestly, over the last few games, we've done all right. If we take a look back at making that trade and where we're at since making the trade, we came in on, where was it? It was right here before the Devils. Yes, it was on the 15th that we made the trade, and we've gone, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 1-1. 3-1-1 over those 5 games. So that can't be right. 3, 4, 1-1. We've been 4-1-1 over those 6 games. 4-1-1 over the 6 games, I'm pretty happy with. So I think at this point, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our contract situation, and we'll see if there's anybody who we absolutely have to move right now, or we end up losing a ton of value, which I don't think there is. I think Palat was the only one we needed to move. So we ended up moving him a little earlier than I had anticipated, but that's okay. Yeah, Girard we want to hold on to. Kaprizov we want to hold on to. Pelech we could move. Tufts we'd like to hold on to. Lazar, we can do what we want with Lazar. Same with Stevenson. These guys don't have a tremendous amount of trade value, so I'm not overly concerned about them leaving if that is the case. And then we've got those guys there as well. Check down here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're in good shape. Pretty sure we're in good shape. Check our goalies just to make sure. Yeah, goalies are set at the moment. Yep. Goalies are good for now. So, the question now is, really the only 2 people we're looking at are, like Stevenson, Lazar, Pelech, some of these guys down here. I don't think they're going to have any trade value. We'll check, but even if they have a little bit of trade value, I don't think it's worth trying to get them to move. But let's take a quick look. All right, let's do this by trade value. It is, okay. We're just looking for names we recognize, right? Yeah, Pelech doesn't have very much. I mean, that is a low 3rd round, more likely a 4th round pick. And I'm really not all that upset if we don't offload him, to be honest. Lazar's got no trade value. Yeah, none of these guys that were down here have any trade value. Yeah, so I'm okay with watching them walk at the end of the year. If they can contribute until then, maybe they can find themselves on the team next year. We'll see. But for right now, I think we're good with the team that we have. So, let's go ahead and make a push and see how things go. Let's see. Next stopping point is the 28th. Let's get to the 28th and go through that. And then we'll have to just keep our fingers crossed that we can continue to play well. St. Louis Blues up here. We're in St. Louis for this game. Right before the trade deadline. Trade deadline is almost upon us. Hit okay. And a shootout win. Nice. We get that little win there right before the trade deadline. All right, give me a second, guys. I got a scout to assign. I will be right back. Okay, we're back, and we're going to get headed into the final stretch here. The push for the playoffs. Let's go. Next stopping point is the 3rd. We got a scout that Russia needs to be assigned to. And we're going to skip through this. There we go. And it's on. Final final 18 games? Yeah, final looks like 19 games there. Shootout loss. All right, we get a point. That's fine. Points are what we need right now. Rush a scout. Be right back. All right, that scout is done. Next stopping point is going to be the 6th. Let's get to it. Advance a few days here. We got a game against Toronto. In Toronto. Do we want Luke Shen? Ooh. Do we want Luke Shen? I'm going to view this player info. Give me 1 second here. Let's take a look at this guy. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We don't want him. Decline. All right. Shootout win. Nice. Nice. All right. Next day. Carolina at Carolina. Back-to-back games. That doesn't surprise me at all right there. Let's get this scout assigned. All right, next stopping point, we've got like a week. So I'm going to go ahead and go from the other screen here. We're still solidly in second, well, not solidly, we're still clinging to a second place position in our division. And we got a game against Ottawa coming up. They're the ones fighting for that second place. You know what? No, it was Buffalo. Never mind. I thought it was Ottawa. It just might have caught my eye when I was looking at the upcoming game screen. Okay, let's go ahead and get to the 16th. Was it the 16th? No, it's the 13th. So that's right here. Sim up to the 13th. We've got a few games to go through. We're at Pittsburgh, at Ottawa, and at Nashville. Big. Wow, that's a long road series there. We need to get this win here in Nashville. There we go. So we do all right with that road trip. The road trip, we end up going 3-2. And in doing so, we end up beating two Eastern Conference teams, losing to 2 Eastern Conference teams, and then getting a win against a Western Conference team. So not awful. Could be worse. And currently in 3rd place. All right, so the good news... the good news is we're solidly in 3rd place in our division with 9 points separating us. So it looks like we're going to pick up that 3rd place guaranteed spot. But if the Bruins, the Panthers, or the Canadians start a push here and we just go on a terrible losing streak, then we could be in trouble. Wildcard spots are at 82 points. We're at 80. So, yeah, we definitely need to keep winning, or at least keeping pace above the rest of our division to make the playoffs. But things are looking all right with just about 13 games left. We'll have to see. All right, let's get the scout assigned. Okay, the next stopping point is going to be the 15th, and I have several scouts who are available on the 15th. So let's go ahead and push to it. A couple Western Conference games here out there in California and Nevada. There's a win against Las Vegas. That's great. A nice big win, too. 4-0 shutout. Okay, let's get some scouts taken care of. All right, next stopping point is going to be the 20th. I've got a couple scouts I have to take care of there. So we're just going to go ahead and sim from this screen. LA game. Yeah, there we go. 3-game winning streak. Looking good. See if we can get 4 here with Dallas. Can we get this game against Dallas? 40-25 team. No, we're going to lose to Dallas, but it's a close game. It's a 2-1 game. I like that. Nice close game against a tough team. All right, here we go. Get to the 20th, do our scouts. Come back and finish up the next couple games. All right, next stopping point. We're going to go ahead and take care of the 25th is our next. Yeah, 25th is our next scout. Okay, here we go. Let's get this win against Calgary. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Buffalo. At Buffalo. Shootout loss. All right, get a point out of it. That's what we want. We want to see points. All right, we're going to start to take a look here. We've got 8 games left. Ooh, all right, 3rd place still. 3rd place. That loss to Buffalo sucks. That loss to Buffalo sucks right there. Oh, well. Let's see here. I think we're in good shape. I don't think we're going to get caught by Florida, but there is always that chance, right? That they go on this crazy run and we go on a crazy losing streak. So let's keep our fingers crossed. It looks like we may be in the playoffs at this point, but we're going to take another closer look here in a few days. Let's get through the next couple games and take a look and see where we're at in that regard. But first, we're going to take care of a scout. All right, next stopping point is going to be the 31st. So we've got a few games to get through. Let's get these next 3 games under control. A nice shootout win there. Get some points. All right. Fitzgerald pulled groin. All right, let me take care of this. I'll be right back. Okay. Hey, and we got the win. Nice. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Get to the 31st here. Get that next scout in. Got ourselves into second place. I think we're in good shape. I think we're going to make the playoffs this year. With 5 games left, we're 6 points ahead of we're 6 points ahead of the next guy in our division. We've just picked up another win there against Anaheim, which is great. Seem to be hitting our stride here right at the end of the year, which is perfect. Get ourselves a little bit of momentum. All right, scout time. Okay, next stopping point is going to be on the 3rd, just a couple days away. Let's go ahead and get to that. I'll take care of this as well. There we go. I want to beat Montreal here. There we go. All right, let's take a look here. And we have clinched a playoff bid. Nice. All right, so we are going to be in the playoffs this year. Let's finish out the rest of this year and prep for the playoffs. We've got a scout to assign. Okay, next stopping point is the 11th. Let's just keep pushing forward here. Finish out the rest of this year, and then we'll take a look at how we did. Nick Cousins, mild concussion. He's out till the 9th. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we get that win against Edmonton. Nice. Just going to keep that momentum moving forward, just playing well. That's what we want to do over these last few games. Stay healthy. All right, and then the last game of the season. Cousins is available. Okay, and he's back in there. We lose the last 2 games of the season, but that's all right. We're in the playoffs. 82 games have been played. Let's advance a couple more days here. Let the rest of the league catch up. Looks like we were ahead of them by a few days. Yeah. And the season is complete. Both seasons are complete. And there we are. We're in the playoffs. We're going to be playing against Buffalo in the first round. All right. Let's take a look at how the team did this year. Get in there in 3rd place in our division. Solid 3rd place. Don't have to worry about a wild card. That's good. 97 points on 44 wins and 29 losses. 9 overtime losses. So we picked up 9 extra points there. That's good. All right. 207 goals for, 205 goals against. Again, letting in too many goals, but I think that's just a function of where we are at in terms of our goalie and our defensive abilities on our players. We've got young players who just take a lot of chances, so we're seeing if we can maybe grow them into a little bit more defensively minded players, and we'll see if that helps. Power play goals. We had 48 on 255, so 255 chances over 82 games. Yeah, that's a little bit more than 3 a game, and we're only scoring on 18% of our opportunities. It's better than what it was earlier in the year, but I'd like to see that continue to go up. We want to get that into the 20s. Anything less than 20 is not great, and this is awful. Wow, the Montreal Canadiens, 13%. Yeah, yikes. All right, so we definitely still need to try to work on our power play, but there's not a whole lot we're going to be able to do to make it better. We had 10 shorthanded goals against the Tampa Bay Lightning. That is an opportunity right there for teams. They take a lot of risks on their power play. We take a few, obviously, but not nearly as many as 10. Holy cow. 187 times short-handed on 82 games. That's just about 2 a game, so we're taking about 2 penalties a game, and we've been scored on 31 times for an 83.4. I'm happy with that. I'm not ecstatic, but I'm happy. Mid-80s, that's kind of where I want to be. They're going to score on the power play. It's inevitable, but we'd like to limit it as much as possible. And to be honest, 31 goals against on the power play or on the penalty kill is not that bad. So, all right. And we had 1 shorthanded goal for. Okay. So we had winning seasons both on the road and away. Nice. Okay. Not bad there for the team stats. Let's take a look at how the team has done. Looks like Jack Hughes led the team this year after moving up to that first line. Really took off. 26 and 27 for him. Not bad. Let's take a look at the forwards first. Ended up being a +3 after the move up. Yeah, that first line just didn't really come together. Didn't come together at all. I think it's Duchesne, to be completely honest with you. I think he's getting to the point of being a little bit too old. We might hold on to him for 1 more year. And let me see. Yeah, I think we might hold on to him for 1 more year and then see if we can offload it. Play him on the second line next year. Play Hughes in the middle on the first line. Depends on how well he grows over the summer. I'm hoping he grows real well, and I think he has the stats to handle it. So We will see. We'll see if we can put Jack in the middle with Kaprizov and somebody on his wing. So that's something I'll have to take a look at here. But Kaprizov, 18 goals this year. That is not awesome. Not when he had 23 the year before. So a little bit of a fall off there for him. Significantly less on his shooting percentage. Yeah, just wasn't getting the kind of opportunities. He did much better on the power play this year than he did last year as well. A lot more time on ice. Maybe that might be the adjustment he's trying to make. Looks like he filled in real well on the faceoffs. Hits, blocks, giveaways, takeaways. Yeah, he could be doing a little bit better on the giveaway takeaway ratio. But for right now, I'm not overly concerned. 23 years old. It's a growing year. He missed 7 games. So he missed 7 games and 5 goals to match what he did the year before. You know, honestly, the injury, coming back from the injury, I'm not overly concerned. Hopefully he'll bounce back next year, and we don't see any more of this injury bug issue that he has had. He had played a full year the year before, which is great. We were hoping to get a full year out of him this year. Didn't quite get there, though. All right. So there's Kirill. Paling had a good year. His first year in the NHL, put up 41 points, 28 goals, and 13 assists. That's what I like to see right there, 28 goals. Very nice. Who led the team in goals? I think it was Paling. On forwards, it was Paling. Paling, Hughes, Kaprizov, Duchesne, Silverberg. Okay. The guys we expect to score. Very good. Very good. Very good indeed. I think this might be Silverberg's last year as well, and Johansson's. This could be it. Getting them into the playoffs. We'll have to see how they do in the playoffs, but right now, I'm looking at our AHL, and there's a bunch of dudes who are ready to come up, and I think it's going to be a bright, bright future for the Ottawa, or for the Nordiques. Wow, can't talk right now. All right, so there we go. There's a look at the forwards. Take a look at the defenseman real quick. 47 points for Hamilton, 34 points for Quixote, 21 goals for him, 24 for Ellis, and 20 for Girard. All right, so not awful. I mean, they're definitely giving up goals, which is not great. I don't love this. And Pelech at a -4 on 3 games is just awful. Yeah, we don't ever want him to play if we can avoid it. He's definitely not coming back next year. But Uyghur stepping in there, playing most of the year, and did all right. He did all right. Yeah, he did okay. I'd like to see a little bit stronger defense. I think we're going to have some defensemen coming up next year as well that are going to be doing real well. If we take a look at our AHL here, Keandre Murray is going to be up, or Miller is going to be up next year, so he'll be playing. Hoping he gets a little bit of a growth over the summertime on his defensive stats. And then Duncan Christopher is getting close. He's not quite there yet. I think one more year down in the AHL might do him good. And same thing with York. York needs another year down there for sure. I think that's it. Tucker Stevenson was another opportunity guy for us, top 4 guy, but he's definitely not ready. Needs more seasoning. So we're looking at Keandre Murray. Maybe Duncan Christopher gets a real good jump in the offseason, but we will see. We've got a lot of real offensive-minded defensemen right now, and I think that is what is potentially hurting us most, is the fact that our defense isn't solid, and we're taking a lot of chances, and it kind of is what it is. So we may have to take a look at free agency to shore things up just a little bit. We brought in Hamilton here just as a stopgap. Get him playing with Quixote or Ellis, and it looks like it was Quixote this year. Yeah. Quixote ended up with a +4 because he has so many goals. 34 points, so only 30 goals scored on Quixote this year while he was on the ice. Hamilton had, he had 48 goals scored against him. He had 30 goals scored while Quixote was on the ice. 48 goals scored while Hamilton was on the ice. So -1 there. So yeah, this top pairing, they're all right. And then finally, let's take a quick look at our goalie. Vasilevsky this year played 65 games. Stalcup played 18. Stalcup did all right for being, I think, his first full year in the league. Yeah, first full year in the league. He came up and subbed one game last year because we had Binnington go down with an injury right at the end of the year. But Stall Cup this year, 18 games, 6, what was that, 9? No, it wasn't 9, it was 8. 8 wins, 6 losses, 4 overtime losses. He had a 9.07, so it's a starting point, and a 2.81. So definitely needs to continue to grow. We're giving him that opportunity. He is 83 overall, and his stats are getting there. It needs to be a little bit better. The stick side needs to be better, but for the most part, he's kind of getting there. And then the breakaway, he panics a little bit. But that poise should go up as we play through the playoffs here. He'll get a chance to see playoff hockey and get a little chance to train with the team while we're playing playoff hockey. So hopefully he'll do well. Vasilevsky here, we've got him for another 6 years. We're looking to potentially ride that wave for another 2, maybe 3 years. Kind of depends. It looks like 2 years. If we can hold on to Vasilevsky for 2 full more years and have this combination, have Stall Cup continue to grow, and then when Stall Cup is 22, make that switch over, I think we're in good shape. Because right now we've got him for 3 years. That'll be just about right. Yeah, we can make that extension in that second year right before we bring him up for the third year. So, okay, that is our situation right now in, there we go, let's go to all skaters, in Quebec City. Decent year. We made the playoffs. That's the most important part. And again, we're going to be playing against the Buffalo Sabres. Let's see where the rest of the teams line. Over in the West, we've got Detroit taking on Chicago. A couple original 6 teams there vying for the Western Conference semifinals. You got Dallas and San Jose, Edmonton and Anaheim, and Calgary and Colorado. Over in the East, the Capitals are taking on the Blue Jackets. The Penguins are taking on the Devils. We're taking on the Buffalo Sabres. And then down on the bottom there, you've got Tampa Bay taking on Philadelphia. It's going to be an interesting playoff run for us. We're going to have to get past Buffalo, and then once we get past Buffalo, we're going to have to try to get past either Tampa Bay or Philadelphia. Philadelphia can upset Tampa Bay. That would be interesting. I don't know if we can beat Philadelphia, but it will be something to keep our eye on. And if we take a look at how the teams did this year in our division, Tampa Bay, Buffalo, yeah, be real interesting. That's just the Atlantic. If we take a look at the Metro, Philadelphia would be the better team for us to go up against. They would be the better team for us to go up against, I think. I think I would prefer to go up against Philly as opposed to Tampa Bay. But Tampa Bay did let in a lot of goals this year, so we may have a better chance there if we can lock it down on our goals against, and if Vasilevsky can lock it down on goals against Tampa Bay in the next round, that would be great. But right now we got to deal with the Sabres. Sabres were in a similar boat as we were. They let in a lot of goals, scored a couple goals, so their plus minus on goals for goals against is only 5, a plus 5. Ours was a plus 2, so there's nothing to write home about there. If we take a look at their power play was slightly better than ours, and their penalty kill was less was worse than ours. So, and 6 shorthanded goals for. We got to keep an eye on that. So we're gonna make sure we don't put ourselves in a position to let them score shorthanded goals. All right, so we'll take a look at their team next time. That's gonna do it for this episode. If you liked it, make sure you give us a like, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, turn that bell on so that you will be notified every time we put up a brand new episode. And that next episode is going to be coming probably on Monday. So we'll start off the playoffs on Monday. In the meantime, if you want to check us out live on Twitch, you can do so every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at The Final Knight Errant. You can find me there. Hopefully we'll see you. And we'll be going through another franchise mode online live. So if you want to see all the micromanaging, all the things we do to get the scouting done the way we do it so that we have a nice, clear picture of what the draft is going to be and who is good and who is bad, check us out online, live on Twitch. All right, that'll do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.